first down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll drop to throw. Going right back to Galladay. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now he picks up the spare. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Bills at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun to about the 26 here. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took him a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, down at the 31. Barkley inside handoff. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On play action, Allen. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, here comes Newsom. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have regained the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a Bills his first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there at 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. Like a top guy catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
A tough adjustment to the NFL for his rookie season, and his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and it's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. He'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. On 1st down, Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
Taking it right down Broadway, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defense.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Allen now on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 70. And the Bills have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
A quick throw to be caught by Diggs. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter a touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here. They've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Galladay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing is Allen on third. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Allen. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. A solid stiff arm. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The kick by Bass is good. That'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room around that. You have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, oh, I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bills, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.